my son happy, my daughter happy, my wife happy, my husband happy, my parents happy. That's good enough. So this is the kind of a goal. So, so therefore, that's the goal of the Buddhist teaching, actually, generally speaking, and especially the Paramitas speaking Paramita. Then you have to understand it, because many of my friends says, you know, oh, the Paramitas are the generosity and moral ethics and all these things. I think all the religions say that, isn't it? It's the same thing, isn't it? So they always say that. Yeah, it's the same thing externally, yes, but the principle is slightly different, I think. But I'm not in a position to say the different principles of different religion. But for the time being, we wanted to know the principle of Lord Buddha's teaching. That's very important. And then afterwards, then you can, if you are interested, then you can go and learn further the other principles of other lineage and other religion. That's there's no doubt, there's no problem doing that. For some reason, it works like you know, the belongings, like the things you have, for example, the house you have, the property you have, the money you have, the wealth you have. Of course, materially speaking, we are very happy. I have a lot of money, or I'm very happy. I have a lot of money. I'm very happy. I have a beautiful house. I'm very happy. I have a name. I have a big name. I have a big reputation, and I'm very popular, and etc. etc. I'm happy. Yes. This is what we say. This is commonly we say that, you know. And also people think, oh yes, he must be very happy because he has a lot of things. But if you go really deeply, I'm not going against to that. Of course, we are very welcome to have everything. Whole London owned by one person is okay, very good. I mean, there's no problem. But just spiritually speaking, you must go deeper rather than the superficial, whether that is really 100% true or not. In terms of happiness and in terms of what do you call that, satisfaction. And are we satisfied with what we have, and does it really work that way or not? You know, it's just to go. We are meant to be sort of going deeper, and sit down and you know, sit down and think, and sit down and find out. That's a kind of spiritual practice, actually. So when we go through that, then whatever, I mean, the conclusion, what we will find is whatever we have in this, no matter what, it doesn't give full satisfaction. That actually means this doesn't give the entire, like a genuine happiness. This is what the conclusion is. I mean, from the point of view of spirituality, and especially I would say that the Buddha Shakyamuni, his conclusion is that, you know, nothing material, no material gain or wealth can give you full satisfaction, you know. I mean, okay, the temporary satisfaction is there, definitely. This we don't have to talk. I mean, the Buddha Shakyamuni also said, you know, he will believe, he will follow what farmers say, he says, you know. Of course, those days, the farmers are very popular. So he says, whatever the farmers say, I believe and I follow them. I respect them, he said, you know. Almost, he said, like he will bow in front of farmers, which means whatever the people feel, that's 100% true. Of course, 100% true. That's the reason he said relatively true. His teaching also divided into two, and relative truth teaching and the ultimate truth teaching. He didn't go against and say, oh no, you guys are, foolish, I mean, what I understood is the best, and the way you understood is rubbish. He didn't say that. He said he will follow you, he will bow down you in front of you guys, and he said, he said everything is true, perfectly okay. But he said there's another one that you might wanted to know about it. That is the ultimate truth. So that means if you go deeper and deeper and deeper, and then you will find another truth. So this is what I think his main sort of like wish for us to do, instead of just how do you say, just letting us to be caught by the relativity, and then that's it, that's it. I mean, if we have if we let ourselves to be caught by the relativities, and then the only thing what we don't want in this respect is that the satisfaction is not there. That's what we don't want. We don't like satisfaction. Fully satisfaction is very much needed. Fully satisfaction, fully liberation from pain of any sorts. So therefore the giving comes, the generosity comes, the practice of generosity comes, and so you give, and then you get something. I mean, unfortunately, it sounds like, and seems like giving and taking and gift, or giving, whatever you may call, take and give. What do you say? Give and take. Yes. Give and take. So it's not a very nice way of saying it, but that's the kind of thing. You give and you take. You take what? Happiness. That's the very valuable thing. It's like a costless, priceless thing that you are taking. Nobody can give you this. So naturally you'll gain that. So this is what, if you like, you can say that this is a gain, this is the goal, this is the expectation, even though expectation is not really welcomed from the spiritual practitioner. But if you like to be expecting something, you can expect the full satisfaction by giving. So therefore this is the practice of generosity. And why the generosity, the sixth paramita, the first paramita is the generosity. Why is it so that it's very much the first? Is that the first means the first means the most important anyway. So if you do that, if you could manage to do this practice, this gives you how do you say? This gives you the foundation. Foundation means the happiness, the foundation. Once you develop the happiness, then the second thing is the morality. The morality, the ethics. Because if you do not have a sense of happiness built as a foundation in you, within yourself, the moralities and ethical kind of practices are normally burden. It's a very difficult, I mean, it's like a burden, you cannot really happily do. I mean, of course you can force yourself to do so, but it's like a torture. It's like a little bit of torturing. You have to torture yourself to be morally behaving. For example, if, of course, all the religions say same thing. Okay, you can't, I don't know, you can't do this, you can't eat this, you can't drink this, you have to be behaving. Okay, I mean, for example, alcohol is a kind of evil drink for many of the religion, and of course even in a Buddhist